Charles, thank you very much for joining us today. Of course, there have been a lot of concerns around depleted reserves in Gabon at this point in time. We have seen that there are still reserves. I mean, when you talk about 2 billion reserves, where does that put Gabon in terms of the timeline that it has for oil that's left in the country?
Well, in the past, there have been a number of discoveries made in this country. One of the biggest has been Rabi, with over 1 billion barrels of oil reserve. We've been producing for quite a while now, and we've been able to maintain that production through addition of small discovery or some development here and there. So we right now at the level of production of about 240,000 barrels a day. We're still doing exploration, particularly in the traditional part of Gabon, which is onshore and the shallow offshore up to 100 meter water depth. Now the big question is...
Sorry, Charles, do continue.
Yes. Yeah, the big question is now, what are we going to do in the medium to long term? And that is very important to know, because as you may have heard, there have been a number of initiatives taken here to see whether offshore research of oil could be concentrated in water deeper than 1,000 meters up to 3,000 meters or even deeper. And the view prevailing now is that there is probably a similarity between the offshore of Gabon or, for that matter, the whole of the Gulf of Guinea with the offshore of South America, particularly Brazil. And one of the major company of Brazil, Petrobras, has farmed into 2 blocks in northern Gabon. And that has given quite an impetus to the exploration in Gabon.
When it comes to the gas sector, natural gas, that's seen as largely unexploited. How much energy, how much money is going into exploring the opportunities and potential that natural gas represents for Gabon?
We've not been really exploring for gas for quite a number of years. We have some gas, and some of the gas is being piped to both Port-Gentil and Libreville, particularly for energy generation. But I think if the gas drive is promoted, there is a chance that we find additional gas, which could be used for maybe a small mini LNG. Some company had the idea of promoting a floating LNG, for example.
Charles,
that is still in the pipeline.
Charles, thank you very much for sharing that and those insights with us. Charles Tchen joining us from the Independent Petroleum Consultants, of course, from our Libreville studios.